The next one is Avlar Professional Products, a company selling anomalous technologies as office supplies as a means to test their leaders' transhumanist goals.
I do not know if Hatchet is here or not.
Oh, is Hatchet not here?
I forgot to unmute my thing.
Ah,
I'm here.
alright. Well, okay, before we continue, what's a transhumanist thing?
Transhumanism is broadly the idea of society or humans in general moving beyond our biological limitations.
Ah,
Is the best way I could put it.
gotcha.
This can be everything from people for some reason desiring like actual dystopias to like just people generally wanting to make it possible for body modifications to be wholly accessible and easy to do.
Yeah.
It's the ideal of creating a world where everyone can quite literally have whatever body they want.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, that's the way that I view it.
Alright. So let's see, what's the first SCP gonna be about? Is that just an ID?
Looks like it.
Alright. Version SCP 3803 is a standard-sized portable business card case made of brushed aluminum with a felt interior. The exterior is silver in color and decorated with a small engraving of the object's manufacturer, APP Inc. 3803 opens and closes with an interference fit latch, the tab of which has become unreliable following a containment breach. When 3803 is opened, it will produce 10 business cards unique to the subject opening it, referred to as -1. Instances of -1 are made of high-grade cardstock, possesses simple designs, and are double-backed. The contents of -1 list professional information of the subject, listing one's affiliation and position in the front, with contact information on the back if applicable. 3803 will continue to produce instances of -1 containing information of the subject who open it, with more instances manifesting if the object is kept open. Additional instances manifest in tens every 30 seconds. That's... well, it makes sense why it's a safe class.
Yeah, okay. Let's read the docs. Testing logs.
The Foundation's contact information, typically appearing on instances of -1, has been expunged from records for privacy. Researcher Bellis, Level 3 Researcher SCP Foundation, instances produced 10. This doctor, containment specialist SCP Foundation, instances produced 10. Junior...
Here, give me a second. I'm
Why?
actually curious. Name.
I just saw something below, oh my god.
Pronunciation. Goddamn ads. Xuan.
Okay.
Xuan.
Got it.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a Vietnamese name.
Gotcha. Alright. Junior Researcher Cutaway. In over our head, SCP Foundation. Instances produced 10. Note, this is the first occurrence 3803 produced an instance of -1 not reflecting an accurate title. It is possible that 3803 is capable of sensing one's perceived position as opposed to knowing one's official title. It's better.
Oh, God.
Researcher Palacio, level 4 researcher, catering expert. Instances produced 20. Researcher Palacio is self-admitted amateur chef. 3803 was held open for longer than any previously performed test, and is first recorded instance of producing more than 10-1 instances. Dr. Jonas, traitor, GOC. Instances produced 10. Note, Dr. Jonas defected from the Global Coalition in 20 redacted, and expresses discontent with the results of the test. Dr. Jonas requested a repeat of the test. Oh my gosh, it gets better. Dr. Jonas, Quisling, GOC. Instances produced 10. Note, Dr. Jonas requested a third attempt to repeat the test.
I've never heard that word. A traitor who collaborates with an enemy force occupying their country.
Dr. Jonas, Judas, GOC, instance produced 10. Note, Dr. Jonas refused another attempt at testing results at the most recent experiments, further belief in what was hypothesized following the Callaway experiment. This SCP just kept making it worse. So this SCP does not like the GOC.
Let's see. Results of the most recent experiment. It's not that it doesn't like the GOC, it's that it just refused to keep fully shall we say up-to-date information about his current position, while also ultimately stating something accurate.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it gets funnier. Alright, subject, wait. D-99963, serial arsonist / redacted cashier. Instances produced 20. The instances of -1 possess the location of D-99963 cell within Site 55 instead of contact information. -1 also displayed the subject's birth name and D-class designation. This remains constant for almost all further tests performed with D-class subjects. D-99963, serial arsonist / human guinea pig. Instances produced 10. Note, D-99963 was administered Class C amnestics to erase memories of her criminal activities before coming under Foundation control. The produced instances of -1 still listed her as a serial arsonist, but also added human guinea pig. The subject's birth name was no longer listed on -1, only their D-class designation. It's possible that 3803 may in fact possess a level of omniscience. Got it. Alright. D008, cannibal / human guinea pig. This is produced 10. D008 was not administered amnestics prior to the experiment. That's the only information the notes.
Wait, then what was going on in D008's life before the Foundation? Okay. Moving on.
D627, innocent / accountant, redacted bank. This is produced 10. Note, investigation D627's background produced an extensive legal battle over the subject's involvement in the murder of 4 individuals, and redacted Virginia in 2000 redacted. It's currently unknown if 3803's labeling of D627 as innocent means the subject is actually innocent, or if the subject only believes himself to be.
Oh, that's bullshit. They know the answer.
They can easily find out the answer.
Well, I mean, how would they know? They're still testing it.
Alright.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough. Alright. D5400, Human Guinea Pig / Business Card Extraordinaire. Instances produced 3,500. Note, 3803 seemed to be aware of the intentions of this test with 5400 to test the yielding capacity of the object over an extended period of time. Subject D743, Human Guinea Pig / Business Card Tycoon. Instances produced 8,000. Subject D1221, Absolute Buffoon / Enemy of Nature. Instances produced estimated over 2 billion.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Note C Incident 3803-1221 report.
Open that report.
Following the last experiment with D1221 using 3803, the object was placed in its designated container and stored. D1221 failed to properly shut the object, as the slash had not locked into place fully and was slightly ajar. As 3803 remained in an active state, it continued to manifest instances of -1 and quickly filled its container beyond capacity, ultimately leading to the destruction of the container. Due to the minimal security measures in Site-55's low-risk item storage and the low foot traffic in the area, the continued production of -1 instances went unnoticed for several days until Dr. Everwood attempted to enter the low-risk item storage and was buried under thousands of -1 instances. Dr. Everwood sustained minor injuries and was rescued by responding security personnel, though the combined effort of 2 security and 5 D-class personnel, 3803 was recovered and production of -1 stopped. The object was examined following retrieval. It was noted that the latch used in 3803's open and closing mechanism has been bent as a result of its constant manifestation of -1 instances, though the object was still shut, it has difficulties remaining closed and will often come ajar. The creation of a custom-made case to keep 3803 from opening, while not under direct supervision has been commissioned. It is crossed out. 3803 is currently being held shut with a rubber band. All instances of -1 from Incident 3803-1221 contain the same information as previously recorded 12,000 instances from the last test. All recovered instances from the incident have been incinerated. Following the incident, Site-55's low-risk item storage has been outfitted with security cameras and guards have been assigned to patrol the area. Update on Redacted 2006, satellite images of the Amazon rainforest in Rondônia, Brazil were brought to the Foundation's attention. The images display a dramatically accelerated rate of deforestation in the area over a short period of time. The captured images are dated Redacted 2003, 5 days before 3803 was contained, and Redacted 2005, 14 days after Incident 3803-1221. It is currently unknown if 3803 and Incident 3803-1221 are the cause for the sudden mass deforestation. Additional tests to confirm correlation are currently pending approval, including deployment of a task force slate of 4 gardeners for investigation. Investigation of the logging activities in Rondônia's Amazon basin revealed supplier contracts with Evlar Professional Products Incorporated, shortened to APP Inc. The Foundation is currently in talks with the Brazilian government to negotiate the cessation of all logging in the area to allow a more thorough investigation. So, it destroys the Amazon.
Specifically, the company ends up basically, like, they're literally using materials to manifest these things. It's not just popping them out of thin air. So they need physical materials, and seemingly as a result of the 2 million, was it 2 million?
Yeah,
2
billion.
2 billion? Was it 2 billion?
Estimated over 2 billion.
Oh yeah, over 2 billion cards that led to the thing being lots of deforestation. I guess like what was the classification on those cards again? Seems fitting. The incident cards.
Incident cards. Oh, it was it was on.
Absolute buffoon, enemy
Yes.
of nature.
Yeah. So the first anomaly already makes them look bad.
I mean, it's largely innocuous, assuming you don't have someone forget to close it properly.
Yeah. Do we need to see another?
Man, at
Huh?
first it just seemed hilarious, and then the deforestation.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do we need to see the next SCP, or do we get good enough information?
we can't place this thing based upon one fucking business card dispenser.
Oh. Oh, look, it's a Keter. The next
Ooh.
one's a Keter.
RSI Inc.'s manufacturing plant.
SCP-4988 is a sales customer service hotline for the company Rest Wayne Security Installations, RSI Inc. 4988 may be contacted by dialing 1-800-QUICK-SEC. Upon contacting 4988, is a voice in a Hindi accent belonging to -1 will greet the subject and offer options which are listed below. For number 2, options scheduling. -1 will begin conversing with the subject and help them arrange a time for installment. For 3, product information. -1 will provide detailed information on RSI services concurrent with the available information on the company website. For 4 estimates, -1 will inquire upon the extent of the subject's needs and provide an estimation of fees. For 5 complaints, -1 will inquire upon the nature of the complaint and will offer varying amounts of compensation and apologies. Additionally, -1 will provide callers with RSI's legal department information should the need arise. For 6 repeat options, -1 will repeat all options available. -1 is an androgynous human of Indian descent placed in suspended animation. The entity floats within a tank of unknown turquoise liquid and has various tubes inserted into his ears, mouth, nostrils, and anal cavity. Why the anal cavity?
Why not the anal cavity?
The tubes inserted into his anal cavity and mouth lead to 2 tanks in the northeast corner of the building, both of which are labeled waste and Class B nutritional replacement, respectively. Both tanks have an Evlar Professional Products, hereafter shortened to APP, incorporated stamp below the text.
Oh, there's your answer why the anal cavity one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone's in something like that, they can't just let that person poop into the container.
I
Yeah.
just realized. Does that mean that every Bacta tank in the Star Wars universe
Yes.
that like someone spends extended periods of time in,
Poop.
they would need to be hooked up to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've never gone into details on that.
No sci-fi ever does, but if you think about it, the poop makes sense. They just skip over that. They also skip over the smell they'd probably be smelling like after being there for so long and coming out.
Yeah.
Man, imagine how horrible you'd smell.
Actually, I'm curious. Let me see if there's anything like in canon about that. What does Bacta smell like? Uh, let's see. Does Bacta have a scent? My source is Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. Since it's now canonically made with barley and a couple types of bacteria, I'm going to guess that it smells like a cross between beer and kombucha. Uh,
So you come out
I've,
smelling awful, like a drunk.
yeah, you probably come out smelling like beer. Let's see, this
Yeah.
one says, in old canon, I believe it was described to have a very unpleasant taste of very unpleasant taste of stale cabbage or its
Uh,
Star Wars equivalent, and I would imagine smells similarly rough.
I have to go pee. That sounds magic though.
Alright, I'll go in intermission. Oh my god. Or not. Anyways. A metal headpiece with multiple wires connecting to -2 is fastened to the entity's head, under which their brain is visible. Though the entity is capable of complex communication through the hotline, it has not been recorded straight outside of using typical sales and customer service verbiage and tone. -1 has been identified as Parfula Basu, who was reported missing in Barasat, India in 2016. -2 is an APP Inc. branded computer with a built-in modern, which is currently locked with a thumbprint key. I previously mentioned.
You just pronounced modem modern.
Oh,
Which I can see. I think that one's just funny because like I can see how that happens. The M, like you see the M as an R and an M, but
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Built-in modem,
built-in modern.
built-in modern. I don't know what that means.
It has built-in modern, created in recent year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is currently locked with a thumbprint key. As previously mentioned, -1 is connected to -2 by means of headpiece attached to the entity's cranium. It's currently believed that -2 houses the memories and personality of -1, as well as basic information on REST 20 security installations, similar to a non-anomalous customer service representative. During an early stress test of the object's capability, the Foundation utilized 300 simulated phones to connect to -2, which did not affect its performance. No attempts to open or otherwise tamper with -2's components are permissible due to the unknown effect it may have on -1. Attempts to duplicate the thumbprint capable of unlocking the anomaly have resulted in failure. Due to concerns regarding -1's safety, proposals to hack -2 have been denied by the Ethics Committee. Oh, here we go. Addendum 3, additional information discovered January 12th, 2000 redacted. On January 12th, 2000 redacted, researcher Pine suffered a home computer malfunction. When calling the service hotline for Forbinal, the manufacturer Pines observed that the representative had a voice similar to -1. Following a short test on site, the representative of Forbinal Focally confirmed itself to be Parfula Basu. However, during this test, neither -1 or -2 were active. As of January 20th, 2000 redacted, SCP-4988 has been reclassified as Keter. Research into possible duplicates of -1 is ongoing. Okay, so it starts duplicating. At least this one was less deadly. It's just a fucking ball center.
And this is like that company trying to achieve transhumanism. What's the last thing?
The last one right here. The enemy of my enemy is my co-founder. I think that's a story. Yeah, it's a story.
Okay. Well.
Wait, what happened? I fucked up. I might have gotten. Did I get rid of it? Or did something else? No, I didn't. So, I don't think they're trying to be overtly evil, because basically the only reason that one did serious damage was because it was left open for such a long period of time.
Yeah. No accounting for user error, I guess.
Yeah. But I wouldn't consider them good either.
No, I wouldn't call them good by any means.
So I'm thinking kind of more towards neutral.
Well, you're meaning. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, neutral. My brain.
Yeah.
I.
What do
I
you
wouldn't put them incompetent. It feels
Yeah.
like they know what they're doing
Oh yeah, it definitely does know what they're
and
doing.
doing their tests. I wouldn't put it in lawful neutral because they're apparently affiliated with
Mm-hmm.
a security company.
Yeah.
And I guess security company, that could be along the lines of lawful, but I don't know. By the way, Jerry, do you mean to be muted right now?
I muted to listen to the video and then I didn't.
Oh,
I'm guilty.
it's fine. Did you like the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is peak content.
See, I'm definitely leading on to neutral.
Yeah,
Someone
I
can
would. I don't know. I think I would probably lean toward true neutral.
Yeah, because they're not trying to do anything chaotic with their products, and they're not trying to forcefully, you know what I mean. But like what they're
Would you agree with that assessment, Jerry?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.